Today we are in Mayetta, Kansas at the Prairie Bank Casino cooking the 2020 KCBS World Invitational. It's kind of the top echelon of all the barbecue cooks are here putting their food in the bucket to see who's gonna come out as the world champion. It's just an honor to be here and super excited to have the opportunity to cook it. So for KCBS, there's a points chase and they call it Team of the Year, and I finished second in that points chase. So reserve grand champion for Team of the Year, but I finished with 6 wins, 2 reserves, and a bunch of thirds, and that was good enough for second place. Having cooked competition barbecue for a little over 7 years now, it's amazing to see kind of what the sport has progressed into. You know, when I started cooking, there was hardly any backyard teams in the Midwest for sure, and now as we kind of progress, there's more people putting their name into the hat of maybe wanting to cook competition barbecue, and it's a cool thing to see some backyard contests popping up, and it's a good way to start. It's not a financial burden. You can come in with just a little bit of money, some meat from the grocery store, and go after it, and then next thing you know, you're sitting here with me with a 40-foot trailer and cooking $250 briskets, and you know, doing it 40 times a year. So it's very addictive, but you know, it's a great place to start, and the transition that you have to have a big rig and the most expensive stuff, it's just, you know, kind of got thrown out the window. People show up with a couple gateway drums and, you know, a couple pork butts, and they go after it. And so it's really cool to see those guys putting their name in the hats with some of us who've been doing this for you know, 7 years or so. Competition barbecue is just a very tight-knit group family. I mean, some of us compete with each other for, you know, 25 or more contests a year, so they really kind of become your extended family. There's guys that I talk to on a daily basis about barbecue, and so it's really fun to see those friendships and kind of that family atmosphere grow the more and more you cook. And there's nobody out here that's a jerk. Everybody's here to do the same thing: cook barbecue, turn it in, hopefully get your name called. And you know, I will be the first person to give somebody some advice because I had teams do that for me. So you know, just all about coming together and making sure that everybody's having a good time, and nobody gets discouraged in a sport that has so many variations and variables in it that you just got to kind of keep your head down, know that your food is good, put it in the box, and hopefully you get a good result. So for 2021, KCBS has put in some different chases, in that they're broken out in different quarters, different sectors. So you have a chance to win early, middle, and at the end of the year, which I think is really cool. It gives the teams that are only able to cook, you know, 5 to 10 contests a chance to hear their name called and maybe be up there in that seasons of the point of the year chase. So it's fun to see KCBS growing, and in fact they're trying to get more people involved in the sport. And then of course, you know, Team of the Year overall is still going to be there, and Team of the Year is something very hard to say, hey, I'm going to go out in 2021 and win Team of the Year. No, I don't think anybody does that. I think you have to start cooking well at the beginning of the year, have some success, win some contests, and then make the decision that, okay, I'm gonna go cook 9 contests in the month of October to try to win Team of the Year, which is what we did this year. We traveled from Wyoming to Mississippi to Oklahoma, back to Kansas City to Virginia, back to Kansas City, back to Oklahoma, back to Kansas City. So it was you know, 10,000 miles of driving in 5 weeks, and well, unfortunately we came a little short, but you know, that's kind of what it takes to be one of those teams that shoot for Team of the Year.